What's up, reefers? Welcome to Alex Power Corals. This is Alex Wilson, your host, and this is my video log where you can learn from my mistakes, so come check it out. And sure enough, here's my reef aquarium, and yep, this is still going on with the toxic Dino flagellate nightmare series here, but yeah, it's definitely gone now, at least for hopefully in a major way. And so this is day 6 of having the lights on at 25% at all blues, so gonna continue doing that, and then probably in a day or so, well, keep going on for a little while. I'm not sure how long, but when I do increase it, I plan on increasing it 10% at a time, right? And see what that does, just keeping it all in the blues up until I increase it quite a bit. But plan on increasing it 10% and then sticking at that 10% for at least another week. Right, Yellow Tang, at least another week, building up to the intensity 10% at a time. We can do it, right? Right. And he see, Yellow Tang's bummed out because he doesn't have any of the toxic Dino flagellates to eat anymore. That's right, I said it right. He's actually eating the Dino flagellates, but he didn't eat them gone, but they're certainly gone. There's no more for him to eat, so he's all sad about that. But yeah, it was all down right. It was really, really bad right here in the crushed coral area. And now it is completely gone, as well as all of this horrible hairy like detritus that was left over from the dead and dying Dino flagellates. So happy about that. I got a little bit of diatoms there, dusted here and there. I even got a little bit of red cyanobacteria patches here and there. Not the end of the world. So probably, that's one thing that I heard on Reef Bomb, and they were talking about cyanide. I think it was, anyway, they were talking about that and said, well, it's probably best just to use it only if you have a whole bunch of cyanobacteria. Then use the Chemi Clean, but otherwise it's okay to have a patch here and there. So I'll probably go with that. And what else could I talk about? There's just saw a nice video there by Bulk Reef Supply and Elliot over there at Marine Collectors, and I'm talking about the tank transfer method, so would highly recommend it. Go check it out, it's pretty good. However, I do have a few recommendations on there, and one is that he was recommending 100 parts per million of chlorine, when you're doing a tank transfer, when you're transferring the fish from one aquarium to the next. The idea is to sterilize it so you don't get too much of the ick or velvet, contaminating your next system. Anyway, so he was, doing 100 parts per million chlorine, but I know that at least from experience that you do not need chlorine, that you can just, unless you're gonna, need to use an aquarium like within an hour or two, well then yeah, you can use chlorine. But other than that, it's not necessary that the ick and or the velvet definitely dies out just from drying out. So just drying it out overnight is more than enough. Right, Yellow Tang, you just dry it out for overnight. So we're looking at 8 to 12 hours later. You just dry it and you're good. The other thing I would note on there is that when you're doing the tank transfer method, it's sure. I mean, you want to be able to for things to be as to have it as to not get as many things as contaminated in there as possible. However, it's just that if you do get some transfer from one transfer to the next, it's not the end of the world, and that's why you do a bunch of transfers. And so if there is a little bit of transfer of ichor velvet, from one aquarium to the next, it's not the end of the world, and you don't have to be like very militant in your cleaning and use chlorine and be really, really worried about it. So it's not at the end of the world. You just keep going on doing your transfers and it's good. And so yep. All right, so what else that's my recommendations on that one, and so go check it out. It's pretty good. What else do we got on here? Still going. Elegance corals looking great over here with 25% of the blue light intensity, definitely liking that. Give them a little bit of canned tuna yesterday as well. And so it's also a good idea. Keep an eye on your copepod population. Makes sense that your copepod population, your other microfauna, are eating the dinoflagellates. Got a whole bunch of dinoflagellates in here, so you might want to be checking them out. Here's a look at my mushroom corner over here. And can't take Jake Adams shroom room, that's already taken. So I got the mushroom corner right here. I got the bounce. I got the Ricordia. I got the Rhodactis, orange Rhodactis, purple Rhodactis, all right here in this. Even more orange Rhodactis, purple Rhodactis. I got the orange Disco Soma. I have the bounce, crazy bounce Disco Soma, homemade bounce. I don't know how that happened. It's homemade. So got 11 over here, and the hammers and the frog spawn. There they are. Hoping they're going to be coming back here. It's certainly affected by this toxic dinoflagellate. So, as well as the coralline algae, looking like it's really taking over in here. Just hitting all of the rock, like absolutely crazy over here. In contrast to the coral quarantine system where the coralline algae has really died off. So I guess we go check out that one really quick. What else do we have to say? Got the clams right here. So looking forward to getting more light on these poor clams, because I did lose the one, I believe, from just low light, or maybe, you know, he was just going out anyway. That's possible too, that he was just kind of smaller and then one of the weaker of the clams, right? And there's the look at one of the mandarins right there. What's up, mandarin dude? Okay, let's go check out the coral quarantine system. Here it is. And this one, like I said, look at kind of most of the coralline algae died on the rocks. Used to be all completely covered with that pink coralline algae. But it should be, there's spots here and there where I can definitely see where it's coming back. So it should be coming back soon. And take a look at this toadstool right here, and he was just barely touching the rock right there, right? And so I moved him a couple months ago, or maybe it's been like I'm not sure how long it's been, but maybe a month and a half. And it's already a little piece of him sprouting out right there where it propagated, and it already has polyps on it right there. I didn't think it would survive and sprout out into a new colony, but it has right there. It was just the smallest little piece of flesh that was left on the rock right there. You can also see copepods hanging out everywhere on the rock and on the toadstool itself. So good to see that the copepod population in here is doing alive. And well, there was also an aptasia right here in between those, that blastomusa polyps right in there. And I went ahead and followed the advice in the video done by Jake Adams on Reef Builders. So yeah, go check out that Reef Builder video by Jake Adams on the aptasia, and they were talking about using the sodium hydroxide solution in a syringe. So that's what I did there as well. And in this case, though, you know, it was just the coral is it's just the colony, so I was able to remove the colony, right? So I just took the colony straight out over here to the sink and hit the one aptasia with the sodium hydroxide solution with the syringe, and yep, it's definitely gone, at least for now. So we're going to keep an eye on that guy, and hopefully won't get a bunch more in here, and as well as in the main display, right? But so let's check it out from this side. It was right in there. Fuzzy mushrooms bouncing around with this innovative marine wavelength pump. So that's good there. And so yeah, let's check it out over here. Where was it? Oh yeah, right here, sodium hydroxide solution right there. It's I can't remember the exact amount that they recommended, but yeah, just put a little bit of either purified water or the aquarium water, and that's what I used. So worked pretty good. So happy about that. So thanks to Reef Builders for that great advice. Always
looking for great advice like that, and I could pass on to everybody else. Here's a shot of the side of the aquarium, and you know, the dinos in here is definitely dying down too, but still has a little bit, and it's very, very little now, very little, but I'm still gonna get in here and blow them out. Anyway, I've been blowing them out daily, just with getting here with just my straight hand, and just hit them really hard, you know, like I'm swimming, and just hit them with a really hard current, almost as hard as I can, to get all of this dinos up out of here. And it's kind of like this what kind of like a bacterial bloom, or if it's just the dinos. I think it's just the dinos dying or the dinos living. So it's just this horrible slime that it creates. So yep, there it is, guys. Alright, I guess that's it for this update, pretty much. But check back on the next one to see what's going on, what has lived, what has died. I don't know if I said in my last one or not, but I certainly did lose the fox flame there. Lost a couple other of the small aquapolar frags over there. I got the Christmas mirabilis right there in the center. That one's gonna die. It's looking really too light and small. But all the ones that are here are looking a little bit not looking. Some are looking okay, hopefully. So hopefully they'll make it. Got the rainbow splicer right here, home wrecker, Walt Disney, Yellow Bennett. So, alright guys, that's it. But check out the next update, find out what's going on, what's lived, what's died. Happy reefing. Bye.